In our loud, information-flooded world, inner visions and subtle insights often get drowned out. That's why it's called the still, quiet voice. Stillness and solitude are increasingly rare, yet they're exactly what nurture our inner sight. So when was the last time you sat in quiet? No phone, no TV, no chatter, just alone with your thoughts. For many of us, myself included, constant stimulation is the norm, and not having that teensy bit scary. Sensory overload becomes a habit. But while our devices and busy lives flood our senses, our minds are starving for quiet. Spending time in silence is crucial for mental well-being, and it's a fertile ground where visions, intuition, and self-discovery sprout. Psychologically, solitude has many benefits. When we minimize external distractions, turn off screens, step away from crowds, our concentration and productivity improve after the quiet period. This isn't just about getting cool visions. The brain gets a chance to rest. More importantly, silence lets us hear ourselves. One author noted, "It's amazing what you can learn about yourself when you spend time with your own mind." In practical terms, solitude enables deeper introspection. Without the noise, you begin to notice subtle signals inside, the emotions that you pushed aside, the creative ideas whispering in the back of your head, the intuitive nudges. Quiet solitude boosts creativity and facilitates problem solving because it gives the mind space to digest and recombine information. This is very much like allowing a waking vision to emerge. You need a calm pond for the reflections to be clear. If life is a constant hurricane of input, you will hardly perceive that still small voice within. There's even psychological perks to quiet time. Research indicates that spending time in silence lowers stress hormones and blood pressure, and it even stimulates brain growth in areas related to memory. Emotionally, people who cultivate solitude show better emotional regulation and self-awareness. Why? Because in silence, you can actually process your feelings rather than just react to everything all of the time. It's akin to giving your soul breathing room. In a quiet setting, you might finally acknowledge that you're sad about something, or realize a solution to a problem that's been making you secretly anxious, or discover how to solve your daily anxiety. That's one of the reasons why trends like bed rotting are a trend, is because our minds and our feeds are so overstimulating that it's literally all we can do to just bed rot. Literally getting out of our day is the extra overstimulus because we're already so crowded and bombarded with noise. Solitude is restorative. It calms the nervous system and lets the mind integrate your experiences. From a spiritual or contemplative standpoint, almost all traditions emphasize solitude or profound insight. Monastics withdraw into silence to seek God. Jesus, Buddha, and Muhammad, and many other spiritual figures spent time alone in deserts or mountains before returning with powerful visions or teachings. In contemplative prayer, Christians sit in silence, repeating a sacred word or simply resting in God's presence. The stillness is meant to open deeper communication beyond words. Similarly, meditation retreats in Buddhism, like a 10-day silent Vipassana retreat, impose silence and isolation so one can observe the mind's reality without distraction. Initially, that can be challenging, even uncomfortable. When external noise quiets, the internal noise of thoughts can seem even louder. And if you're like me, your inner world is always a buzz. Sometimes it feels like the outside world, even though it's extremely overstimulating, is less stimulating than what's going on up here. But after a while, people report that time in silence, the mind becomes clear and sensitive. They might experience vivid memories or creative imagery, or in a religious context, a sense of divine presence. It's as if our brains, when deprived of external input, compensate by amplifying internal signals, an effect noted in neuroscience as well. If you remove one sensory input, the others heighten. So during a silent retreat, for example, some individuals have even reported quasi-visionary states like extremely lucid thoughts or dreamlike sensations while awake. It's not necessarily supernatural, it's the mind. It's finally unhindered, doing what it's naturally supposed to do: create, process, and reveal your inner content. In short, solitude and quiet are the gateway to inner stillness. By cutting the noise, you tune into yourself. Modern psychology confirms that quiet solitude is essential. It enhances creativity, self-knowledge, and even our physical health. So if you're seeking that liminal visionary state, the surest path is to be still. And as the old biblical verse says, "Be still and know that I am God." So whether one interprets that spiritually or psychologically, the message is the same. Stillness, truth reveals itself. Our fast-paced lives make stillness hard, but reclaiming even a few seconds of that quiet a day is a powerful practice. Inner sight needs inner silence to surface, so making space for solitude is a gift to your mind and to your soul.